Hey there guys, Running back with another Neca figure review. This is on the 1/4 scale t-800 Terminator 2 endoskeleton. I'll give you a 360 on the upper body here. Pretty good figure. I do have one complaint, which I'll get into. That it's not Neca's fault, it's actually the seller's fault. Get into that in 1 second. Now, before I go into specific detail about anything, I will show you that the gun is inaccurate. For those die-hard Terminator fans, they'll be able to point this out within 3 seconds. It's the biggest piece that's in front of you right now that the endoskeleton is holding. I'm sure that was a good hint. The gun is completely inaccurate. The only accurate part about it is the magazine and the 2 barrels or whatever that is, I forget. But, yeah, the only part that should be black on this gun is here and going into where the trigger is, here and here. Everywhere else should be silver, almost the same exact color as him, if not a more silvery color. And he should be more battle damaged with his paint. Or not battle damage, I got the non-battle damage version, but he should have been more silvery tone, but whatever. And this is his other accessory, which is just a second hand. And as you can see with this hand, he actually has articulation right there, which he can get down pretty far, and he also has thumb articulation, which is pretty cool. I do really love the thumb articulation as well as the finger articulation, because we've never seen that, I don't believe, on any other 18-inch figure. This figure did come out in 2005. Go around. Now notice how this foot right here is. Okay, see that, and then you have that. Okay, now look at this foot. Yeah, no ball, no heel. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. I won this in a bid for $80. It's slightly used, the guy said, meaning like he described he just took it out of the box, that nothing was wrong with it, mint condition, and this, that, the other thing, and that he wants to ship it priority, this, that, the other thing. So I paid a bunch of money for shipping and everything. So, I mean, the guy was a nice guy until he was like, I texted him, like, the thing is broken, and he's like, it didn't leave my house like that, and you can clearly see in the photo it doesn't have the part, so I just didn't bother. But, it is an okay figure. Now, for articulation, obviously the one thing you can point out right now is the jaw, which is pretty cool. Now, the one complaint about the jaw is if you go out too far, like I just did. Now, here, I'll try to zoom in and see if I can get it, and have to hold the camera. As you can see, yeah, see those holes? And see that piece right there? Yeah, it came out. Now, that might be Neca's fault, but it's just like really annoying, because like every 3 seconds, if the jaw comes out, you kind of have to align it with your finger. It's just weird. I really don't like that about it. Also, jaw is like really loose. Some people were complaining that the arm was loose, but I've never had a problem with the arm. I'm not going to go into any articulation. I'll tell you the articulation, though, only because this figure is just really, really delicate. As you can see, mine is actually leaning right now. There we go. Alright, I fixed it. But, basically, this figure is the same as the t-800 endoskeleton I did for 6-inch. Same exact articulation as that. The only thing that's different is they added in the articulation with the thumb, as well as the 4 fingers moving all at once. That is it. But besides that, the articulation stayed exactly the same. And this figure does have this figure does have one feature. However, the seller said he wasn't going to give me the batteries, which I was fine with. And they're actually really hard to come by. I found them on eBay, and I actually ordered them off of eBay, because I can't find them in any store around where I live. I've searched at least 40 places just for this piece here, and the battery, and I just cannot find it. So I kind of gave up, and I was like, who knows, maybe eBay will have it, and they had it, so that should be coming pretty soon. And his feature is light up eyes. Basically, if you look in his head onto the side, I'll actually pick up the tripod for this. You can't see, if you can see it, there's actually a screw there. I'll zoom in on it. Yeah, there's a screw. You unscrew that right there, and then you put the 2 batteries in, and over here there's a button that you'll push in. It goes on, and mine is actually on a timer, because every single time I try to press a button, it won't turn off, and then I have to wait about a minute, and then it just shut off. I don't know if mine's messed up or like anything, I don't know. And also, one really cool thing about this is you don't have that annoying chest piece that flaps, or more like a stomach piece that just flaps like the little one. It just constantly, you turn it and the thing just starts going everywhere. This, you actually have to apply a little bit of pressure on in order to get that out, and I love that because it's not annoying. But my thoughts on the figure is it's a really great display piece. Has a lot of good articulation for an 18-inch figure. It's almost like they kind of go overboard with articulation like they do on the 18-inch Predators, but they do a bad paint job, kind of like they did on, I don't even know, what's a good example that I can pull out of, whether it's a 6 or 18-inch figure. I know, it's kind of like the NES Jason, where it's just one distinct color and they don't put really any shading into it, except for right here, and that's kind of annoying because, I mean, even though this isn't the battle damage version, I still feel like he should have had a little bit of better paint applications. But for a rating on this figure, I would probably give it a 6. I'm not going to go 5 because I feel it has a higher standpoint than other NECA figures. However, I'm not going to go any higher because I feel that they didn't put enough detail into it to make Terminator fans happy, which is kind of upsetting. And also, I think that my one piston down here is actually broken because as you can see, it has a lot of play to it. However, this one has like almost no play, and this one you can just do that forever, and it's like really annoying. The others, I guess even this one has a play. I don't even know. This figure is just cheaply made. I mean, then again, I believe that the retail on this was $40, and you're getting figures nowadays that are like $100. But you know, the thing that NECA is doing on their 18-inch figures that I've heard, and I guess I'm gonna have to agree with it, is what they do is they'll go and they'll make a figure, they'll sell it at $100, an 18-inch figure, and they'll sell it for $100. Now that sounds like a lot, but in reality, for a figure collector, that's really not. Now, if you compare that to a place called Sideshow Collectibles, I'm sure most of you know, they put money into their pieces. They, you know, they do a lot to them. They have great detail, great just everything. If you saw the Frankenstein, I have really no complaints. But NECA is a company that wants you to be able to afford figures that are from, you know, your favorite movies or whatever on a big scale, but yet have that good look to them, that kind of high-valued look, and they definitely pull it off on most of their figures. The one figure I'm gonna have to say that they pulled it off the best would have to be the Freddy vs. Jason Voorhees. That figure looks amazing. His coat looks wet, as if at the end when he kind of walked out of the water. I just really like it. But you know, then you have this right here, and this looks like a dollar store toy. I'm not gonna lie, that's what I'm viewing this as right now as I look at it. But then once I see these pieces right here, I'll actually pick up the tripod for this. Once I see these pieces right here, the camera's not really picking it up that well, which is kind of upsetting. But yeah, there we go. See all the ridges and grooves and everything? That's where this figure kind of gets me, or I don't really know what to say about it. But then there are just other parts about it that are just like, you know, who cares? Who would want this in their collection? And honestly, me, I'm gonna say I would want it in my collection. You know, I rated it the 6, but you know, if you're a figure collector, you're really big into it like me. I mean, I didn't know any better. I just, you know, I got into Terminator. I was like, oh wow, they made an 18-inch endoskeleton. I'm gonna buy it. Don't waste your money. I mean, if you absolutely want this figure, you've been like, oh, I've wanted it forever, I finally saved up enough money, go for it. But if you have the money to just say, no, I don't want this, I want to get a few of these, and then maybe I'll get that another time, that's probably the smarter thing to do. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video right now. So remember to like, favorite, share, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about this, especially, and I'll see you guys later.